So this is the start of the climb of the Montee de Bettex, or Bettex. Never sure if you're supposed to pronounce the EX in the end in French or not, but anyway. So this is only featured once in the Tour de France in its entirety, I believe, and that was in 2016. Although sections of it have been in various races, including part of it was in this year. So it can't be considered as a classic Tour de France climb by any stretch of the imagination, but it starts practically on my doorstep, so it'd be rude not to include it in this little series. So this is a category 1 climb, but the first section of it is absolutely brutal. The first kilometre's average gradient is 12.9%, and considering that the first few hundred metres are a bit of a false flat, most of it is much steeper than that, like several ramps, over 15% I think. So yeah, it's a really brutal start, and it's a narrow, windy road on a really poor road surface as well, so it makes it even harder. Plus it's remarkably busy with traffic, considering it's a really minor road. I had to do a little test run of the climb last week just to see if I could even get up the thing on my massive sprinter's gears. The answer is yes, but only just. But I certainly won't be able to film, talk and pedal on this first section at all, because I need both hands on the bars. So rather than doing all my talking on the move as I usually do in these videos, I'm going to have to make do with stopping and starting a few occasions, which is a shame because I'd like to do the whole thing in one go, but I have to take my word for it. The last time I did this I managed it in one go, just about. So that's the end of the first really steep bit. There's this very short section of flat here, past this farm, and it ramps right back up again. So you definitely want to make sure you get some respite on this flat section before you tackle the next ramp. GoPro won't do it justice, but that's the next ramp coming up. Straight but steep. Great views though. End of the second ramp. Doesn't need up that much though. Have to deal with those strange ditches as well, which don't help. I think there's a couple more coming up. So after the first couple of kilometres, which are brutally steep, we join this slightly more major road. It's still a back road, but it's a bit bigger than the one we're on. It's a much better road surface, a lot less steep. I think the average gradient's more like 8% now, rather than over 10%. So, still tough, but much more friendly. That's where it's just come up from, that back road there. This section now feels like a breeze compared to what I've just come up. Well and truly out of first gear now, back in the middle of the cassette. Lovely brand new road surface as well. So after that section in the woods, turn right and we're very briefly on the main road between Saint-Gervais and Megève now. I say very briefly, it's like 100 metres, 150 metres. After that section, turn left, first left, and we're back on the road up to the Bettex now. So from here on you just follow the signs. So there are actually two ways up to the Bettex from here. There's that way, the back way, which is shorter, steeper, more direct. Following signs for the Bettex par la Croix. That's the way I went last time. But the tour actually went this way, up the main road, which in theory is slightly easier, so that's where I'm going today. So this kilometre is virtually flat, which is a nice chance to recover if you're an average Joe like me, like racing against the clock, trying to get the Strava KOM time. Then it's an opportunity to put power down, really crank it out. I was back up in the big ring back there. That's not something the Tour de France riders have to deal with. Red lights. With 4 kilometres to go, make sure you don't miss this right turn, otherwise you end up in Saint Nicolas. Having been pretty easy for that midsection, this final 4 kilometres ramps back up close to 9% again, So back in small gears now, it's much more challenging. So this top section is pretty steep, but at least it has these nice big wide bends for you to recover on, like the outdoors. Again, this is a main road up to a ski area, so coaches and buses come up here. Final kilometre, 8%, not quite as brutal as the other road. Still feels quite tough though, considering you've got the first couple of kilometres in your legs already. So the other road comes up and just over there, and they're together for this final couple of 100 metres, one little steep push. So here I'm at the finish line, at the mid-station of the Gervais ski area. So the gondola's just another 100 metres or so up there. Now, as far as category 1 climbs go, that's pretty brutal. Can't be many category 1 climbs that have got sections of over 15% in them. At least long sections of over 15% anyway. I think it's largely because it's at low altitude and the difficulties are right at the bottom. Because if that 12-13% kilometre had been at 1800, 2000 metres, it'd definitely be a HV climb. So the route that the Tour de France took, the main road, is definitely significantly easier than the back road, which is the way I came up last time. It seems a bit of a shame that they took the slightly easier road for the Tour de France, but then I guess it's a bigger, better road, so they can get more spectators up. It's easier to get the cars and the team buses up here as well. But anyway, it's getting dark now, so I'm wearing day glow yellow for a reason. I better get back down before it's dark because I haven't got any lights. That's another one signed off for the day.